First up, Chief, congratulations on the hire.
You.
What made you interested in applying for this job in Galveston? What made Galveston stand out as a shot for you to become a police chief?
Oh, wow. Well, have you seen Galveston? Have you seen Moody Gardens and the beach and the ports and all that it has to offer? I mean, they got 40 applicants for a reason. And so I'm certainly one of those 40. They want to have a good standard of living as well. But mostly because it was small enough for me to be able to have a direct impact on the community and the police department, I hope, a positive impact, but also large enough with all the events and everything else going on to hopefully give me challenges every single day and learn. And then finally to learn from the city staff.
Councilman Brown had mentioned that in his conversation with you that you had said that community policing wasn't a separate program, it was all part of it. Can you talk about your philosophy of how to approach policing in a community such as Galveston?
Well, first of all, I tell people community service isn't what I do, it's who I am, whether I'm on duty or off duty. My motorcycle club is a community service motorcycle club. All my fraternal organizations, that's what we do. And so I don't know anything else. But when we talk about community policing, we hear so much about particular officers and community policing programs. And it can't be a program, it's got to be a way of doing business. And so I expect the Galveston Police Department to act in that way in every interaction with people. It should be community policing at all levels.
I know you just got hired. How much have you looked into the department itself, getting a feel for, I know maybe obviously from a distance, but how much have you gotten into the feel for this police department in particular?
Absolutely zero. The stuff that's on the internet, a couple of org charts, etc. But I didn't want to get my hopes up too high and put the chicken before the egg. And so I'll be digging deep from this day forward, and while I'm on the cruise ship.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got to ask, are you selling out of Galveston?
Yes, I'm selling. I was supposed to be out of somewhere else, and I moved it to Galveston.
You spent your entire career in Dallas? Is that at the Dallas PD? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. 26 some odd years.
Obviously, taking a chief's job, but what's it going to be like leaving Dallas PD and coming here for this job, to leave where you've had your entire career?
Well, obviously, you're always going to miss the people. And we've had a trying year, obviously, with July 7th of last year. And I tell people all the time, I've got family members that have died on both sides of this evolving police world. And so that's going to be tough to leave those people that I love and I lead every day. I'm not afraid to tell my troops that I love them. I didn't used to do that as much. But now I think it's important they know that we love them and that we care about them, no matter what decisions we're making as managers every day. And so that part will be tough.
You brought up the shooting, just because that's going to be a question you're going to get a lot here.
Certainly.
What was it like to being part of a command staff where you had to not only deal with the sorrow and the remorse from that and investigation, but also keeping a department together and doing your job every day? What from that are you going to be able to bring here, you think, from that experience?
Hopefully I don't have anything like that here.
Well, no, I'm just
but obviously, overall, we're so lucky in Dallas. They're one of the best trained, equipped, and educated departments in the country. And those guys are going to do their job no matter the situation while that job is going on. What's more scary to me is the nightmares and things they're likely having at night. And so they're going to come to work and do their job. And so I think the most important thing I can bring is thinking about the wellness of my officers when they're off duty, and continuing after they leave the department, and continuing and not self-medicating and doing those other things that occur, because cops are going to do what cops do. They're going to work. Huh?
Oh, I was just going to say, what would you anticipate as your biggest challenge coming into Galveston? Do you have any ideas?
Find a place to live first.
You plan to live on the island?
Yes, I plan to live on the island.
Is there anything you want to share with us about your family or your history, anything like that?
Well, I've got 4 adult children, 3 grandchildren that now have a place to come live, work, play, stay, and all those things. And so I hope to enjoy this time with them. My grandmother is absolutely addicted to cruising, so now I can just walk her down to the port and hopefully wave, but I doubt if it goes that easily. But yes, my family looks forward to visiting as well.
Since you said your grandmother was addicted to cruising, is she going to be on this cruise with you?
She was supposed to be, but we had to counsel her at the last moment. But we'll make up for it. Yes, ma'am. I'll be on a cruise next week, starting on the 23rd, which happens to be my birthday as well. So, but now I'll be working instead of partying. So, and trying to learn and get back and hit the ground running.
So you're taking some briefing books and the like with you.
I hope to take everything with me and digest it in peace without you guys being able to call or email me, so it's even better.
Speaking of which, you have your cell number to hand over to us already. I saw you had the iPhone at the
I do have one. I don't know the number. It's somewhere around here, but you will have it, yes.
Congrats again, Chief.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you're coming from a completely different mindset of the Dallas, you know, busy, high, high energy to the kind of the island vibe here. I mean, that's going to be a little adjustment for you.
You know, I've come to the motorcycle rally many times over the years as a rider, and so the special events and things that you have in this city on a regular basis, one of the other reasons I applied is to get that emergency management experience as well. And so when a hurricane hits and learning proper evacuations, I can run a shelter with my eyes closed now. I've had to do it at every hurricane over the last decade, but now I'll get to learn what the boots on the ground are doing and keeping people safe and recovery efforts and things of that sort that I won't ever see that far from the coast. And so it's a new challenge, and that's why I'm here.
Since you brought up the bike twice, what do you ride?
Yeah.
Question.
Uh-oh.
Right?
I have a Harley and an Indian, so 2 American bikes.
Right. Oh, you'll be here right in time for Mardi Gras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be here for Mardi Gras.
Perfect.
I don't know if I'll be on my bike or if I'll be working. I hadn't worked that out with you.
Give them a crew.
I do want a crew. Can you guys give me some sponsors for a float?
What are your
Put it out
plans
there.
for recruitment and retention of police officers?
What's that?
What are your plans for recruitment and retention of police officers?
Well, the first thing I have to do in this city as a whole, and recruiting is part of that, but also the community is going on a listening tour. That's all I plan to do for the first several months, is just listen. Because if I don't know what the issues are, I can't do anything to start addressing them. And so I have to listen to the officers. I have to listen to those exit interviews. I have to find out why we're losing them and what's attracting the ones that do come here. And so if I can find ways to synchronize that, then that's what we'll do. The one thing I know I'll do is give them a person who loves them, cares about them, and so it'll give them a work environment that even if they have opportunity to do something bigger, they'll have to look me in the eye and make a tough decision, because I'm going to make it hard for them to leave.
One of the issues is the pension. Have you reviewed that?
Well, as you know, I just lived through this, so I'm not excited about pension issues again. So I don't know the details of the pension and where it is and where they're trying to go, what the alternatives are. And so until I get to do some of that studying and talk to people who count money, because I count criminals, and so we'll sit down with experts that know what they're talking about and try to figure out what's best. But these guys put their lives on the line every single day, and we got to find a way to make sure they're taken care of at the back end.
Dr. Brown mentioned your devotion to community policing. Why do you think that's an effective tool for policing in Galveston in particular?
Because any chief that tells you they can arrest their way out of crime is an idiot. I don't know what else to tell you. You just can't do it. The jails won't hold enough people. It's not going to rehabilitate people, and they're going to come back at some point. So the community is our eyes and ears. We can't be everywhere. We will never have enough cops to be everywhere. And so you have the community engagement piece where the people tell us who the real criminals are. You have the criminal piece, and there's a certain percentage of folks that we need in jail. And so I think more than putting the quantity of people in jail, I focus on putting the right people in jail, those most prolific criminals that are affecting crime every day. And so we can't do that without the community. And then recruiting with the youth, that starts when they're kids, not when they're adults and looking for a job. And so the more engaged we are as a community, and I can't wait to get embedded into the youth and the communities here. It's been proven over and over, the more active a community is, the lower that community's crime is. And I guarantee it holds true here.
What are your thoughts in regards to non-U.S. citizens?
As far as?
How will the police force deal with them?
If they call 911, we'll service them and take their report and answer their call like we're supposed to.
Of course, and those who are arrested?
Those who are arrested, once they're in the system, that's on the jail. I don't own the jail last I checked, right?
Chief Hale, you were up for a position in Florida a year ago and you decided not to take it. Why was now the time to make a move for you as opposed to a year ago?
I don't know if there ever is a time, but you got to realize, number one, I applied for that prior to July 7th. I went through the process during July 7th, and I had 10 funerals and wakes to go to in between there, which creates a lot of soul searching, and I didn't know if it was the right time. And so I had to make a decision that was best for me, the department, and Florida, quite frankly. So I think now, and I'm close enough to Dallas where I can still have an impact on my guys there. But that was a wonderful city in Winter Park as well. It was near a beach as well, so I guess I like beaches and didn't know it. Huh?
I'd say you only applied wherever there's a beach.
No, maybe not, maybe not.
And, Chief Hill, you were on the dive team in Dallas, correct?
I commanded the dive team,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. How do you feel like, are you going to be trying to collaborate with Beach Patrol in any way? Or like, I don't know how.
Well, Galveston has their own dive team, so
Yeah.
I'll certainly be working with them and maybe collaborating with Dallas dive team because we don't have open water in Dallas. And so my guys dive rivers, creeks, lakes. They've never had to dive open water, so I think both teams can learn something from one another.
Thanks for your time.
All right.
Congrats again.
Thank you, guys.